Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well. And I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 5 English lesson on opinions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts. We're doing grade 5. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of opinions. No problem. It's not a problem. I'm just glad you are here and logged in. All right, so our chapter is opinions. Our subject is English. We're doing language arts. We're doing grade 5. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under our chapter of opinions it is distinguish facts from opinions. And we're going to identify so we're going to identify an author's statement of opinion. So that is going to be basically our lessons for today under the chapter of opinions. All right. So when it comes to opinions, right? Remember, we have facts and we have opinions. So if, let's say, for example, you are asked to give your opinion on something, so if you were asked to give your opinion on something, then it's almost like giving your point of view on something, right? So your opinion on something is based on this is what I think it is. So it's not, or I think it is factual, but it's not really factual because it's not like it's stated like that in the book. but your opinion on a specific topic. So we can also say that when it comes to opinions, right? Then opinions is basically your view on something, or it can even be like some form of judgment that is formed about something. So that is opinion. So we can say opinion is your view on something, or even your judgment. So your view, or we can say your judgment that is formed about something. That is opinion. And when it comes to opinion, right, then opinion is not necessarily based on facts. So, once again, if we were to ask you, what is your opinion on, let's say, for example, the hurricanes that we currently have in Florida or somewhere, right? So, if we were to give, or if you were to give your opinion on, let's say, the hurricanes, or you were to give your opinion on the state of nation or anything that is political, right? Then that is basically your view or your judgment about something. Exactly. Opinion is basically what you think about something, right? And when it comes to opinion, then it's not necessarily facts. It's not like you sat with the book and or you went on the internet and you are reading facts. You are giving your opinion based on what you have seen so far. You've given your opinion based on what a lot of people have said, and this is what you think about something, right? Or even if you didn't even read anything about it, but you just see how things are, how things change politically, and so now you give basically your opinion on it. This is what I think about it, right? So if you were to, for example, get a story or a text or something, let's say in the assessment or in a test, right, and they ask you what is your opinion on that, then it doesn't mean that we want you to read from the text. We want you to give your viewpoint or your judgment based on the text, yes, but you need to give your view and judgment about the text, about what's going on, right? That is what you need to give. We're not saying you need to give us the exact thing that is happening in the text. No, you need to give your view. Like, I think this, that, and the other because. So now you give your view about something. So, yes, opinion, once again, is like what you think of something. So, well done. All right. So, there's a difference between facts and there's a difference between opinions, right? And when it comes to facts, right? Remember we said opinions is basically your view or your judgment that is that about something. And opinions is not necessarily based on facts or about knowledge, right? So when it comes to facts, right? So facts, it is true statements. So facts are basically true statements that is backed by evidence. That is basically facts. Or it is basically data that you have about something. Because, like we said, an opinion is your view or your judgment about something, and it's not necessarily based on facts or your knowledge. Whereas facts, it is statements that is backed up by evidence or by data. Another thing about facts, we can say it is basically proven truth. It is the truth because if you go on the internet, you'll see that what I'm saying is the truth. And if we were to ask you about facts, right? Remember, facts is stuff that you can say, like, no, but really, like, go on the internet, go read that book, go to the newspaper. You understand? This is what I saw on the news. That is facts. It is not your own view, it's not your own judgment. But whatever you are saying, you know that this can be backed up by evidence because this is a fact. It is something that is true. It's not your personal view on something. Because remember, your personal view on something is an opinion, but facts, it is statement and statements that you can say it is proven to be true. And I have evidence to show that this is true. I read about this. I read the magazine. I saw on television about this. I saw on the internet. This is basically the truth. Exactly. So a fact is a true story. That is a fact. It is true, whereas an opinion, it is basically your view or your judgment about something. All right. So now we're going to a plus students.ca. And we're now going to our we're going to do opinions. So we're going to the first lesson where we're going to distinguish facts from opinions. All right. So we're going to identify an author's statement of opinion. All right. So once again, we said an opinion It is something that a person believes, thinks, or feels, right? That is an opinion. It is something that you believe, something that you think about, or that you feel is true. That is what you think, right? That is an opinion. So when you read, it is important to notice the places where a writer states opinions, right? So we will be able to see where the writer states opinions and where it is factual. And remember, when we say it's factual, then it means that it can be backed up with evidence. Why are you constantly saying we've done this already? Remember, there's a lot of things that we've done already. There's new students here. So whatever we are doing, we are also doing for the new students. So let us please respect the other students. If you don't want to be here, please let me know so that I can let your parents know that you don't want to be here. Let us not make it unpleasant for other people that's here. So whoever is here and you are disrespecting the others, then I'm going to report you. And I'm going to do that now. There's new students, and we constantly get new students all the time. Some of you are logging into the other grades knowing that you've been literally you are in this specific grade, and then you log into other grades. So of course, whatever I do with the other grades also. So if I'm going to see any person fighting now, if I'm going to see any person being disrespectful now, I am going to report you, I'm going to remove you, and I'm going to let your parents know about it. Because you guys are rude. It's not nice. Others are here taking notes because it's their first time doing it. So let us respect them. Especially Aiden. I don't even know if that's your real name, but Aiden, I'm going to remove you because you are being very rude. All right, so let us continue. So, for those of you who just logged in, we are doing opinions, right? And we will be distinguishing between facts and we will be distinguishing between opinions. And we're also going to find out what the author's view is about basically facts or about opinions. And since opinion is your viewpoint on something, whereas a fact is more things that is the truth and that can be backed up with evidence, right? We will be able to also know how or when the author, for example, states an opinion, or you'll be able to know when an author, for example, states facts about something. And once again, we said an opinion is something that a person believes, thinks, or feels. That is an opinion. And when you read, it's important to notice places where a writer states an opinion. You will be able to know when you see a text that the writer is stating an opinion, right? Because now it means that the writer will basically tell us what he believes about something, what he thinks about something, what he feels about something. That will basically be his viewpoint on something, right? And then you can basically decide whether you agree with those opinions, if you agree with what he feels, thinks, or believe. You can decide. Because remember, that is not factual things. It is basically just what he believes, what he thinks, or what he feels. And then on the other hand, facts are basically statements that is true. And also with facts, facts is backed up with evidence. Meaning if whatever I say is factual, and then it means that this is either something I got from notes, or this is something that I got from the internet, or this is something that I got from the newspaper, or this is something that you got from a magazine. Those are factual things. It's not my opinion. It's not what I think or what I feel, but it is facts. If we look at an example, right, it says almost half of all children have had a cavity in one of their baby teeth. This is a serious problem. Cavities can cause children to lose baby teeth early. And if you look at that statement that is being made, right, especially since the writer says this is a serious problem. Cavities can cause children to lose baby teeth early. This is a writer's opinion, where he says almost half of all children have had a cavity in one of their baby teeth. This is a serious problem. Cavities can cause children to lose their baby teeth early. That is the author's opinion. Because if you look at that, right, then another person, especially with that statement, another person might have a different view or different opinion about whether the number of children with cavities is a serious problem. Maybe you'll speak to one dentist and the dentist will say like, no, but all children have cavities because of all the sweet things that they eat when they're younger. But that doesn't mean that they'll be losing their baby teeth early. That doesn't mean that it is a serious problem. Whereas where you maybe speak to a different dentist, and then yes, because of the amount of kids that come there with cavities or with teeth falling out or with some form of something that is going on, now another dentist might agree that yes, this might be a major problem. But that over there, where it says that almost half of the children have had cavity in one of their baby teeth, this is a serious problem. That is an author's opinion. An opinion is a different thing exactly to what the truth really is. Right? So now we're going to look at the sentence. I'm going to read at statements or sentences, and you're going to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion. So we're going to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion. It says, next Tuesday is the first day of the school year. The first day of the school, the first day of school is scary, pardon, because you don't know what to expect. There's usually a new teacher, and sometimes there are new students. The whole school year lies ahead. We need to identify from that sentences or from that statements, we need to select the sentence where they state an opinion, where it's the author's viewpoint. And if we were to identify what the author's opinion is, right? So once again, it says next Tuesday is the first day of the school year. So we're reading this one. The first day of school is scary because you don't know what to expect. There is usually a new teacher, and sometimes there are new students. The whole school year lies ahead. If you read that four sentences, the three sentences, three, one, two, three, four sentences. Which sentence do you think the writer or the author states an opinion? We need to identify one of those sentences where the writer states an opinion, the writer's point of view. Which sentence? Because we need to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion based on that sentences. And remember, an opinion is something that a person believes or a person thinks or a person feels is true. It is your viewpoint on something. And if we were to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion, and then we can choose this one where it says, the first day of school is scary because you don't know what to expect. That is the writer's opinion. Why do you, for example, think that that sentence specifically is the writer's opinion? And if we look at that sentence, right, it says, the first day of school is scary because you don't know what to expect. That is the writer's opinion. And the reason why that is the writer's opinion is because for me, the first day of school might be exciting. I might be excited. I'm ready for school. I'm ready to meet my new teacher. I'm ready to meet my new friends. Whereas for somebody else, it is scary. So, which means that it is not scary for everyone. Some people are happy to go back because now I'm going to be seeing my friends again, right? You love the new challenges. Whereas for others, on the other hand, the first day of school is scary. So that is the writer's opinion. Exactly. Some people like the first day of school and they are excited, whereas others are not. So well done. All right. If we look at the next sentence, we need to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion. It says Brian is an amazing dancer. He has been dancing since he was 4 years old, so he has had years of training. He was even invited to train with the Joffrey Ballet in Chicago last summer. We need to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion. One of that sentences. All right. And if we look at the sentences, we need to identify the writer's opinion. It says, Brian is an amazing dancer. He has been dancing since he was 4 years old. So he has had years of training. He even he was even invited to train with the Joffrey Ballet in Chicago last summer. What is the opinion within that sentence? So basically, based on your answers, all of your answers, remember school is different for everyone. Some people like it, some people don't. All right. And that is why some of you say it's exciting because you love learning. It is bad for some of you. School is like in between, it's like mid. Some people are excited because they'll be meeting new friends. Some people say, I kind of like school because some kids are mean, right? They weren't happy. They love meeting new people. So you see, all of you have your own opinion on how school is. This is what I feel. This is how my first day of school is. So you're either excited or you are not. And if we look at the sentences, the writer's opinion is where he says Brian is an amazing dancer. Yes, Brian dances very well. So he's even been, you know, training, or he was invited to train with the Joffrey Ballet Chicago last summer, and he's been dancing since the age of 4. Right, that is factual. But the writer, for example, saying Brian is an amazing dancer. Remember, one person might see Brian as an amazing dancer, but compared to maybe other dancers who can dance, they're gonna think like, but this is like average, like you dance okay. Maybe you need more training, right? So, which means that everybody has their own opinion about something. So, as much as he's been dancing since the age of 4, he's had so many years of training and he's been training with the Jeffrey Ballet in Chicago last summer. But that doesn't make him an amazing dancer. So, remember, everybody has their own opinion about something. All right, let's do one more and then we're going to our test. It says fiddle and violin are different names for the same stringed instrument. So, fiddle and violin are different names for the same stringed instruments. Now we say folk musicians usually call the instrument a fiddle while others prefer to call it a violin. No matter what you call it, though, the instruments make beautiful music. If we look at that 3 sentences that we just read, which sentence is the author's opinion? It states the author's opinion. Which one? Which sentence? And if we were to identify the opinion, then we can say the writer's opinion is no matter what you call it, though, the instrument makes beautiful music. If you find someone that plays the violin and calls it the violin, they are going to stick to it that a violin is maybe either better than maybe a fiddle. If somebody plays a fiddle and they calls it a fiddle, they're going to stick to their opinion on which one they think is best. So maybe somebody who plays the violin or somebody who plays the fiddle, all right, they're going to say like, no, but a violin is like this or fiddle is like this. So for us, if you hear that, basically if you hear both violin and a fiddle making music, right, then we might think that it both make beautiful instrument, but the actual person who plays it will maybe say that maybe a violin, the strings are better than a fiddle or vice versa. So that is the author's opinion, where the author says no matter what you call it though, the instrument makes beautiful music. All right, so now we're going to a test where we are going to identify an author's statement of opinions. All right, so we need to select the sentence where the writer states an opinion. It says, next Tuesday is the first day of the school year. The first day of school is scary because you don't know what to expect. There's usually a new teacher, and sometimes there are new students. The whole school year lies ahead. We need to select the writer's opinion. Is it option one? The first day of school is scary because you don't know what to expect. Or option two, next Tuesday is the first day of the school year. What is the writer's opinion? Option one or option two? We need to identify the writer's opinion. Option one or option two? All right, then if we were to identify or select the sentence where the writer states an opinion, then we will go with option one, which is the first day of school is scary. And earlier on, you guys literally gave me your opinion where some of you said school is, it's like, it's mid. Some of you said school is exciting because you love learning. Some said the other learners are bullying you. So remember, that is different opinions because everybody has their own opinion on how it is first day of school. So well done. Option one is correct. The next one says, knowing where our words come from is important. For example, the word library comes from a Latin word. The Latin word for book is liber. So we now need to select the writer's opinion. We need to state the writer's opinion. Is it option one, knowing where words come from is important, or option two, the Latin word for book is liber? What is the author's opinion? So is it option one, the writer's opinion, or option two? All right, and if we were to select the writer's opinion, we will go with option one, right? Because this is a fact that the Latin word for book is liber. So option one is correct. So well done. Option one is correct. All right, the next one says carrot raisin salad takes about 10 or 15 minutes to prepare. There's no better snack for a lazy summer afternoon. To start, you will need shredded carrots and raisins. You'll also need something to mix them with, such as a mayonnaise or yogurt. What is the writer's opinion here? Is it option one, where the writer says there's no better snack for a lazy summer afternoon? Or option two, to start, you will need shredded carrots and raisins. What do you think is the writer's opinion? Option one or option two? All right, and if we were to choose the writer's opinion, we will go with option one. Because my lazy summer afternoon doesn't mean it is a carrot raisin salad. Maybe you might think that your lazy summer afternoon snack is maybe something different. So for this writer, their lazy summer afternoon salad or meal or something can be carrot raisin salad. But for you, it might be something different. For me, it's definitely something different. All right. All right. So this is the end of our lesson on opinions. We said opinions are basically your viewpoint about something. It's what you think, what you believe is the truth, right? So opinions is, like we said, your viewpoint on something. It's what you think about something. Whereas facts, it is it is statements that is true and factual, and it can be backed up with evidence. That is facts. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on opinions. Thank you very much, grade 5, for joining the class. And I really hope you're going to have a good day further. So till next time, goodbye.